morning, welcome to Tech Turks. Today I have Collins Ejinne, who is co-founder of E-Estates, and they help estates and gated communities live better. But I'll allow him to tell us. So Collins, welcome to Tech Turks. Thanks for coming.
Hey.
And so E-Estates, what's it about?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me. And the fact that you're doing this shows you have a passion for driving technology in Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Which is also what E-Estates is trying to do in the real estate industry, especially in the residential sector, and we're targeting gated communities. And how we do this is through a resident management solution built on a mobile and web platform to help estate managers and residents interact conveniently and also run their daily operations which include communication, security, bill payment. The good thing about E-Estates, or the unique thing about E-Estates that makes it different from other solutions, is the fact that it's the first solution that focuses on the residents or on the users. And the other solutions just try and help with facility management, but that what makes E-Estates convenient and very good.
How did it start? How long have you been and how successful?
So officially, we've been running for 8 to 6 months. Okay. And it started because we saw there were gaps, problems in the gated communities, me being a resident. And one of the gaps was communication, because you see residents association always end up having issues with the facility managers. It even goes as far as going to court. And you know, for any organization to grow, communication is key. And you need to create an environment for communication to thrive. So we're creating an environment through an online platform to help contain these issues. And another issue we noticed was bill payments. In this era, you don't need to go to a physical location to pay your bills. And you should, when you're paying electric bills, you should get real-time vendor, real-time value for your paid utilities. One of the problems we noticed, and then the issues of security. You notice when you're moving to an estate, they don't exactly give you a number that this is the number you call in case of emergency, or this is the person you contact. So we saw that gap, and also visitor control access. You cannot, visitor logbooks, they do not protect your privacy. And you also realize that when you call the gate, there is no log for entry, and how do you do that for security references? These are the problems we saw, and we tried to solve with our solution. I've always been like a very digital, tech and creative person. So once I just had the idea, how it started was my friend was coming to see me. He called me, like, you know, the normal thing Nigerians do, they call you 20 minutes or 10 minutes before you reach the gate and say, I'm at your estate gate. And then I called the gate, tell them, okay, my friend is coming through, let him pass. But he gets there, and they still don't let him because they forgot him, they didn't write it anywhere. And he had to wait for like 30 minutes, of which what we planned to do, we weren't able to do. So from that moment on, I went to pick him from the gate, but from that moment on, back to the house, we started coming up with ideas. And he's my co-founder, funny enough now. He's the CTO, he's the tech person. We came up with ideas. From that moment, we drew on a piece of paper, started coming up with ideas, we built the solution. We started talking to, first of all, the managers in the estate. Then we went to talk to more friends, facility managers, came up with a very comprehensive platform to deal with these issues.
So great! Fantastic story. How did you fund it? How did you quit your day job to take this big, massive plunge, right?
So, I'll say a startup. The 3 things, you know, 3 Fs: friends, family, fools. I don't know who the fools are. Friends, families, and they started from there, talking to families, they were very encouraging. It helped a little bit of money to start up. Then I had to learn a couple of skills myself, just thank God the internet era, online, learned a couple of designing skills and grew up with come up with the logo and all those sorts of things. Then initially, we got the funding from CC Hub, we're in the incubation program. And so far they've been backing up and small income from the work we do.
Fantastic. So how many communities, how many gated communities or residential communities have you?
Our numbers aren't that large now, but they are growing, and we signed a deal with a property development company, which has 7,000 units spanning nationwide. So every day the number is growing as we're moving to each estate and unit.
How are you going to fund this program? Apart from CC Hub, are you looking at other? Are you still relying on friends and families?
No, I don't think friends and families can help us at this point. But yeah, I wouldn't love to raise money now, but I would want us to be able to make the money ourselves. It will be a lot more convenient and to help the company grow. But raising money in the market that we are in, we're in a very strategic position because real estate is actually booming in Nigeria, and there's a growing trend of gated communities moving up. Because, for example, you go to a real estate company, they have like a completed estate, but they have 4 more coming up in the next year. So the larger number is the next 2 years, and we're in that strategic position where by next 2 years, imagine where estates will be. So it would be hard to raise money to that point, but I'm sure we can do it.
So what's your plan because the market is there definitely, but then how do you now start engaging, connecting, and also closing?
So, like I said earlier, because of the strategic position that we're in right now, we tend to partner with property development companies. And you know how when you're building property, how they offer a building management solution, we come with a resident management solution. So we grow with property manager. It's easy for us to expand. You can easily integrate it before the estate starts. So it's a great way, and we believe in partnership to grow. As a startup, you can't do everything yourself. So we partner with companies like REDP for marketing, which we're already doing, and we partner with facility management companies, one which is already helping us sell it in Abuja. And we're very close to selling a deal of over 3,000 units from both parties. So that's how we tend to go to market, because when you start, what we realized earlier on, when you start going to individual companies, individual estates rather, and trying to sell it to them, you realize they're part of a larger corporation, larger group. So to get to the market fast and grow quickly, that's the best way to target the companies, and which is what we did with law homes that we did, and we have 7,000 units just from one deal.
Collins, thank you very much for coming on the show, and we'll continue the conversation offline.
Definitely.